Good day, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode with Real Talks with Doc. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. If you find that this content is being of any meaningful value to you and your journey in the space that we call real estate.
Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, Kay. Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Kay, it's a push. Season's changing. Prayers go out to those people in Jamaica. Did you see those photos, Kay? Those videos?
Yeah.
Man, that is crazy, the powerful hurricane storm that came through there, or just the power of a hurricane. So our prayers go out to them. May God be with them, man. That's tough. That's tough for some of those people who just had their houses completely washed away. Like, that's crazy. Kay, real estate must go on. You know, we're approaching the holiday season. Halloween not even over yet, and I see they got Christmas decorations already in stores. I mean, in full force, man. Like, good Lord, have mercy. Let's get through one holiday at a time. Thanksgiving's coming up. Clients are pushing to make sure that we finish their projects before the holiday season. So that's a level of, I wouldn't say anxiety or stress, but that's a level of just making sure we stay locked in and stay focused, because we want to make sure their projects are finished before the holiday season. No one wants construction going on during the holidays when they're enjoying their time off and their family. So yeah, Kay, we just wake up every day and we're blessed to be a part of an industry and part of a community that allows us to provide great real estate services. And I love every moment of it. We're enjoying every step of it, every step of the way. So yeah.
Any new projects?
So no, this is the first time I'm saying this. No, in the sense that we're not taking any more projects for the rest of the year. And reason being is that we seriously do have a push from our clients, and we want to deliver in terms of being able to make sure that they have their homes back in the time that we've stated, even with some of our new builds. Shout out to the construction crew in Cumberland. Sold an entire building in Cumberland, an entire duplex to the Ray family. So congratulations to you, Dr. Ray and Mr. Rutherford, on your purchase. So yeah, Kay, we have new projects in the pipeline. I'm actually meeting a client out in Prince George's County who will be doing her consultation for new build construction. Same thing with a client in DC. They're gonna be completely demolishing their single family detached home in DC, in Northeast DC. And we'll be doing a new build for them. So we're just in the starting phase of those two new build projects that we're kind of excited about. But in the sense of like something new that started since last we shot the snow, for the rest of 2025, we're gonna date mark this. We are not taking on any more new projects. We're looking to close out the projects that we have on the book strong and then come back even stronger in 2026. So that's the first time I said that this year, Kay.
That's awesome. But for those who are interested, are they able to book now?
Absolutely, absolutely. Construction is a process. I tell people all the time, you're not gonna call us today and wanna do an extensive home addition, or call us today and wanna build a house and we start building next week. Like, construction just doesn't work like that. And this is why the consultation process for us and our clients are very, very important, for them to understand really what construction involves, and they're educated to understand what construction involves, regardless of how massive or how small the scope of work is. And they walk away from that consultation empowered. They walk away from that consultation well informed, but more importantly, they walk away from that consultation with a plan of execution so that we can deliver a great construction experience, an elite construction experience.
So today's topic is from GC to developer, leveling up in real estate. The first question is, when does it make sense for a GC to take on their first spec build?
When does it make sense? Now. I mean, don't be scared to embrace something or to go after something and be successful in it just because, quote unquote, you think you're not ready. God, it was a powerful quote I heard the other day about ready. I can't remember, but nevertheless, now is the time. If you understand how to do general contracting services, which is basically, you're repairing every single element of a home, you're renovating any component of a home, you're ready to build a house from the ground up. It's pretty much the same difference, except you're just putting the new things there in its totality as far as the structure of the building is concerned. So now is the time. Take that plunge. Go fail. Fail. Yes, I said it. I love to fail. Failing is a great thing. In order to succeed, you must fail. So go fail at it. Go make some mistakes. Be very smart in those mistakes. But more importantly, be well prepared and well informed. As you take on your first spec build or custom build, make sure that you talk to people who have experience in it, that are in your circle, to just walk you through the process so that you can mentally see the process from ground up all the way to completion, so that you can understand the pitfalls that general contractors make who are doing a spec build for the first time. Like, just talk to people and do your due diligence, do your homework, and you will succeed, even when you fail at some of the things in the process. Failing in that process is still success. So yeah, now is the time, Kate, for them to go do it. Right now, go do it.
How do you structure partnerships or profit splits with investors?
So we have active investors and we have passive investors. Most of our investors are passive. They have their own professional careers. They're doing quite well. They're savvy enough to understand that their money sitting in a savings account getting 0.003% interest, or a checking account that's getting even less than that. Some savings now these days, they attempt to be a little more aggressive. CDs, I think they're around 3% annually, but that's still not a lot. So with our passive investors, we always make sure that the investment is tied to a project. Do not get in the business of taking investors' money and you don't have a project to tie it to. That can cause all kind of problems on all kind of levels. And then our active investors who are in the space, who may want to go bigger in terms of the size and scale of the project. Those investors, we look at what we're bringing to the table for that project, how we're going to leverage each other's talents and resources, and then how do we execute that project at a high level to finish it in a timely manner, to minimize losses so that we increase profits, but more importantly, to make sure our energies connect and align so that there's a great partnership. And then it depends, if we're bringing 50-50 to the table, then we split the profits 50-50. If that partner is bringing more, I'm bringing less, then we adjust that in the profits accordingly. If there's a partner, we do this all the time. Active partners who've inherited land or who've inherited a property that just need to demolish it or fully renovate it, has no construction experience at all. We create all kind of creative partnerships in terms of the profit splits with them. Sometimes we'll bring all the capital stack to the deal. We'll bring the financing to the deal. We'll bring the construction to the deal, and they're learning along the way. And we talk about what makes sense, what is fair in terms of us being that kind of, majority partner in both the execution and both the funding of the project. So there's so many different ways. The most important thing in any partnership is that you communicate your truths up front. And what I mean by that is, don't act like you know more than what you know. Don't fluff on the experience that you've had in the past and the projects that you've completed. Just be truthful about that stuff up front so that people can make a true assessment of you and you can make a true assessment of them. And that makes for great, meaningful partnerships from the start. Nobody wants to realize early on or any phase in the partnership that they've been lied to about anything. That's just not good energy. So be truthful about everything up front when you're engaging in a partnership. These partnerships sometimes are a few $1 million, a couple $1 million. That's not a little bit of money to play with. So again, you want to be truthful about what you have, what you do, what you bring, and what you're going to execute on in being a good partner.
What risks should you be prepared for when moving from contractor for hire to developer?
Make sure you got solid funding in place. I've seen funding run out. I've seen funding become an issue. Make sure that you have great subcontractors and never let your subcontractors get ahead of their draws. Just like the bank, never let developers get ahead of their draws. You have to perform the work. You have to supply the materials. You have to install the materials before the bank actually reimburse you. That's what it is. It's a reimbursement. So make sure you have enough funds to carry you from draw to draw. My rule of thumb is at minimum have a 3-time multiplier the amount of funds needed from draw to draw. And that way you never get in a fit. Right now in government contracts, government shut down. Government can be the worst people at paying you your construction draws on time. It's a sad reality, but it's the truth of the matter. So in those cases, to make sure that you can pay your subcontractors, you can pay your vendors, especially if you have a net 30, net 60, net 90, whatever that is, that's where that 3-time multiplier comes in at. Because sometimes it can take the government 3 months to pay you what is owed to you. So you want to make sure that you protect your project, You protect the team that's working on the project so they show up, they show out day in, day out without any issues. So have a 3. If it takes you about $60,000 between construction draws, that's the average of your construction draw from construction draw to construction draw, you need, ding, 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 about $180,000 set aside to make sure that you keep that project going with no issue. Another thing that gets you into trouble is your performance period. Based on what you agree with your equity firm, with your commercial lending, whoever is funding your project, make sure you perform that project within that time frame. And if you don't, you have what are called interest penalty payments, and then you have to do loan extensions, and these things cost you tens of thousands of dollars that just decimates and kills your profits and bottom line. So make sure that that performance period is an adequate amount of time. If you're doing it for the first time, try to negotiate an extra 6 months in your performance period. You can do that up front. Most people don't know that. You can negotiate a longer performance period with your lender. So make sure that you give yourself some cushion, because any and everything can go wrong in construction. You just need to be able to navigate those things, mitigate those things from happening as much as possible, so that again, you have a great construction project that's profitable in the end, and that's a quality product that represents you and your brand.
Closing us out, what are some words of wisdom?
Oh, I'm gonna keep it short today with the words of wisdom. Be your best, period. I am pushing myself harder every day to just be better. Like recently, I'm just share this personal thing. I haven't been like super sharp and super focused like I normally am. And the reason being is that you need to make time for yourself. You need to have time for you to be the best, to rest, restore, rejuvenate. That's critical. And what I've been doing a lot lately is I haven't been getting my weekly massages that are very, very critical. Break down the tension, keep the stress levels down in your body and your muscles. And more importantly, I haven't been exercising the way that I normally exercise for the past 2 weeks. So I can feel a difference that just those 2 things alone, that I'm not treating my body the best in order for my mind, body, spirit to be the best that it can be. So just be your best. And in order to be your best, be in tune with first the physical and the spiritual part of the body, so that you can outly express your very best that you need to give to first to God, yourself, your wife and kids and your family, and then everybody else. So just be your best and know what that means. Be able to define that. Be your best. What does being your best mean today? There are 5 things you've been procrastinating on for the last month. Knock them 5 things out. That's part of you being your best. You haven't gone and taken care of yourself. You haven't exercised. You haven't been eating right. You haven't been dieting right. Like, just be yourself. And only you can define that. Only you can decide that. But more importantly, it's up to you to do that. Be yourself. Be your best.
All right, and so until next time.
I'll see you at our next. That's that old school beat there, Key. What you know about that? Construction site.